All right, so today I'm going to talk about caffeinated beverages. So I'll just kind of share my experience of them with you, and obviously, you probably have your own experience that you could share with me, and feel free to do so in the comments. So, the my preferred use of caffeine is to help me get through the afternoon after lunch to help avoid that afternoon slump when otherwise my body would be generally inclined to take a nap potentially. So, um, the my preferred okay, so I do enjoy coffee. I like the taste of coffee with cream in it, sweetened. And so I'm not much for black coffee, but I do like the polluted kind of coffee. I do like the flavor, but I find that in terms of working, during the afternoon, it can kind of, I don't know if adrenal fatigue is exactly the right thing to call it, but it may dehydrate me more than some other liquids, and it can kind of, um, while the high is maybe nice, it can kind of leave me feeling a little, after the high kind of starts wearing off. It can kind of leave me feeling a little more mentally scattered and not as focused. So it's like it gives me good, potentially like really good focus or improved mood for like a while, and then it like kind of falls off, and potentially, kind of makes me feel almost like mentally fatigued in a way. We're just not as able to really focus in as calmly. So it's not necessarily the most sustained energy for me generally. So a higher high, but kind of a lower low, if you will. So I'll drink it some in the afternoons. Pretty much every Sunday morning, I'll drink it some of the afternoons. But it's not an everyday thing for me at this point. So at this point, so another thing that I've experimented with is the mushroom coffee, and I was using, I think it was called Daily Dose, spelled Doze, something like that. Um, and so it had collagen in it, so it had protein, and it had caffeine in it, or added to it, whatever. But it was had some mushrooms in there and stuff, and it's supposed to give you, I think, good focus and energy and all that jazz. I think so. Um, Kind of liked it. A little bitter, maybe, so it kind of took a little to kind of get it drinkable, doctor it up. And then, but I kind of felt like it made me feel sad afterwards, which is kind of, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I kind of felt like in the evening, maybe, I felt more sad after having consumed mushroom coffee at noon. Now I don't have, it's very anecdotal, right? That's not scientifically proven. Um, but yeah, but that was, so I've kind of gotten off of that. I probably still have close to a month's supply of it, so I may drink it some just for the fun of it and whatever. But it's kind of not my go-to right now. So what is my go-to right now? Probably is kind of my typical drink, maybe three, I don't know, 3 out of 5 weekdays or something like that is just straight up black tea, and just hot since this is the winter time. I do like sweetened black tea with stevia in the summer. Iced is very nice as well for kind of a nice cool drink. But yeah, and I find that, I mean, if I'm really tired, it may not be enough to really get me going. But on the whole, I find that it gives me sufficient juice, if you will. It gives me sufficient energy to run through the afternoon without a problem, but not so much that I feel strung out or like jittery, or have a nasty kind of coming down afterwards or whatever. So it's really kind of like, in a way, it's probably the closest thing to giving me the energy that I have in the morning in the afternoon. So it's really kind of non. It's almost kind of like the stealth mode of caffeination. It's in the quantity that our strength that I consume it in is normally not like highly energizing or whatever, but or like some kind of real high off of it necessarily. I mean, a little bit, right? Some, but not that much. Just kind of more of a smooth caffeination energy to go through the afternoon. So, anyway, there you found out perhaps more about my caffeination preferences and what you like. But maybe you'll give one of those things a try and see if they help you live a better, more perfectly caffeinated lifestyle.